What's going on, everybody? Welcome to your daily astrology horoscope for Wednesday, October 5th, 2022. Astrologer Brian Scarborough here, Fixed Air Moon, keeping the collective fixed on astrology. Appreciate you all very much. Hope everybody's doing well. Happy hump day. Let's take a look at the astrology for this Wednesday. Well, Sun, Venus, still, of course, in Libra, getting closer together. Relationships are definitely a big deal, and in some ways they're getting burned out with this Sun-Venus conjunction. It is Venus, it's Sun combust Venus, Venus combusted by the Sun. So, and it's also Venus on the other side of the Sun. So we're trying really hard to illuminate these relationships. It's an important factor in our life, definitely a lot of initiation of connection, partnership, especially with the moon here in Aquarius, and it is going to meet with Saturn today. And it does come off the trine to the Sun early in the morning. So this connection with people, relationships, is a very prominent aspect, but it's coming through kind of out of the ordinary ways, and a not very emotionally attached way either. More of an intellectual way, more of stepping up to make sort of bigger calls. It's always not easy when you get Moon Saturn. It's like, ooh, I actually have to do this. I actually have to make this happen. So, having to step up emotionally, but not from like a emotionally sensitive place, but from like my emotions are keeping me from this alignment, from this balance with what I'm trying to build relationships with in my life right now, with maybe a destiny with Saturn involved, and even with Pluto at 26, which is trine Mercury, which is now at 25, and separating from that Neptune opposition, we're actually starting to see things and understand things much, much more clear and much more direct and much more to the point, which I think we're all ready for. And being non-attached and stepping up and making decisions for yourself, where you need to be, where your week's going, where your day's going, these are all very important aspects in our life right now. The moon's also going to trine Mars. So really, like, being able to assert yourself with your truth, with the intellectual power that you have, even though we're starting to see Mars square Neptune, which, fun. There is this ability today, I think, to be emotionally intelligent enough to say what you need to say, because you can see a deeper truth about the choices you make today and how that's going to affect your future, the relationships, the groups, so much of life that you want to be connected to. These are the things that we're going through today. And can you detach from things by making a bigger call, by really being the judge and the jury here in Libra season of what you want to initiate in life and what you no longer want to? But it's hard because the Sun's at fall here and we're putting relationships first. And it's all this Aquarius with the moon and Saturn. And Saturn's so strong there and with the moon. So there's just a lot of people aspects. And even when you get Gemini involved, the air signs are always kind of dealing with people and communications, right? The twins, the relationships, society, people, groups. It's very important. These are some of the aspects that are getting illuminated the biggest in our life right now, because we're having to look at, in some ways with Virgo, our own purity and our own realities about what is the legacy and the destiny and what is this next big step. And remember, Libra's cardinal, so we're definitely starting things here too. So it's being able to have the power and the dedication and the determination and the grit to define a path based on what you really want, when everything in life right now is saying, look at what everybody else wants. And that's difficult too, but it's North Node, Uranus in Taurus, which is what you have, what you want, the value, that individual place within you. And guess what? The moon is coming off the square to the nodes there, and it's square Uranus today as well too. So the only way to liberate ourselves is to emotionally detach, get into our truth, say the deeper black and white meaning of how you're feeling. It's not that we, run away from our emotions here with the moon in Aquarius, but we definitely have to just be a little, honestly, it's not like a terrible day, but it's almost like you have to be a little cold to make the big move, to make the big call, to step up to what you really want and to what's really connected. And that's what's going to build better relationships, is everybody kind of doing what's individually in their value system, because you're going to find like-minded energy and you're not going to have to fake it. This is like not a day to fake it, I guess is a good way to put it. And if we have been faking it with Mercury stationed opposite Neptune, or Mars starting to square Neptune, and just being like, everything's fine, I'll just fake it to make it. I feel like we're at a point today where we can't fake it to make it anymore. And we're going to have to detach from that and get into what's real, and to get into what's ultimately connected to your values, to what you want out of life, and to what empowers you. You know, remember, Chiron's here at 14 degrees. It's quincunx the south node. And the moon's also going to be in that sextile to Chiron as well today. So, got to empower yourself. That's where healing's at right now. But it's hard, and we can want to attach to victim stories, or not wanting to step up and not wanting to see the truth and to express the truth and be in our truth of the story and the identification that we're trying to be on. Because relationships are almost taking a front seat, which is good. We need relationships. People are so important, but not if they're built on falsities or illusions. They have to be built on the reality of individuals that are living their truth and expressing themselves and being strong within themselves, that are fully going to connect, and those individuals connected build a very strong and powerful collective. So it's a penetrating day with the mind here. It's a very intellectual day. Use it. Don't get so stuck in your emotions that, you know, you don't want to say what you're actually feeling. Or being able to say those deeper feelings will be very liberating. But, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if relationships get shocked a little bit today, if there is that shock factor, or if you're the one delivering a shock. Like, there definitely could be that, but there's only one way to balance things out into Libra, and that's to get to the truth of what's actually fair, just, balanced, and in alignment for all of us, and what's actually beautiful, and bringing that aesthetic to whatever it is we're relating to in life currently. Hope you all have a great Wednesday. Let's see what's in the cards for today. Six of Cups, upright. Please delete my browser history. That's such a good Six of Cups. Always in the past, the Six of Cups, always in the past. Maybe it is time to delete the past browser history so we can really step into the future. There's a lot of Uranus, a lot of Aquarius. Of course, Saturn and Uranus are in square. There's a lot of structure and things that have been very concrete from the past that are no longer concrete. So, I mean, are we really going to get emotionally stuck in these situations from a timeline that doesn't even exist anymore, so that we can maybe move into this next chapter? Not that we're laying on our deathbed here, but you know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes we just got to move on, move forward. And I'm not just talking about like relationships and like romantic, but there's a relationship to something in our lives that is at this point where it's very clear that we'll be looking back at some point and being like, why did I waste so much time with this energy in my life? Four of Wands, upright. It's an interesting Four of Wands. It just doesn't, you know, I'm like looking at it like, this just doesn't look like any Four of Wands. I've never pulled this card from this deck before. I love the spaceship in the back though. It's very Aquarius moon, very, very fitting. I think that when we do detach from things that are taking us from what we really want or what makes us feel really good, we are actually kind of getting on a spaceship here and kind of like going into what future we actually want to be on. And it takes decisions, and it takes maybe, like I said that in the horoscope, like that's like the hard part right now, is doing what you want to do. Like, I don't see anybody else in this Four of Wands. Usually it's like that homecoming kind of party, you know, energy. This one's like, where do you need to get back to yourself to have that party and that relaxation? Because things maybe aren't what they used to be, and we don't want to get stuck in the past either. Four of Swords. You know, it's funny. This Four of Wands reminds me more of the Four of Swords. Because the Four of Swords to me is like, it's time to relax, kind of time to take a break. Maybe we do need to take a break. Maybe there's some things in life we need to detach, step away from, to get the insight, to get things moving, and then so that we have that understanding and that futuristic outlook of where we're going and what we want, and we get the download and we can express and say it. And maybe that today's a good day for that. And don't care what other people think. You think that guy, the napping, like cares that people are pointing and talking at him? No, he's doing his own thing. He needs a break. He's tired. Maybe we're all tired right now. Maybe there's a push like, you better make it happen. You better make it happen. If you're tired, take a break. That's what I'm getting from that card. So if you're tired out there, take a break. I love you all very much. I hope you have a beautiful Wednesday, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Much love. Peace.